Hey friends, this is Abby with Abby's Musings, where I'm committed to providing you with doses of motivation and positivity through 90 seconds in the Word. Listen, I have not been missing in action. With this crazy heat wave that has been going on, this is the second time in a month, you heard me, that my AC is broken. And it has been crazy trying to get the help that I need. I am still without AC, and as hot as it is, you know what that means. So I've been trying to get myself together. It's not going to get fixed until Saturday, and trying to get stuff done in the middle. So I have not been missing in action, and I have not forgotten. And excuse me. Before I get into today's word, I want to follow back on something I said I was going to do 2 days ago, where we were talking about where your treasure is, your heart will be also. And I challenged us to look deep in our hearts and spend time with God and let him reflect what is deep in your heart. And I said I was going to come back and share what God had revealed to me. So I'm keeping my promise. And what God had revealed to me that I was holding on to deep in my heart, or I was prioritizing in my heart, was not taking full advantage of where I am now and what I have going on now, and everything he is put in my reach now, that I was so focused on what was ahead, which is nothing's wrong with that. But at the same time, we always need to make sure that we fully maximize the present and fully experience today, because even the word tells us that tomorrow is not promised. So he reminded me to fully be obedient and be fully present in today. So that's what he revealed to me. So today's word comes from Psalm 1:2, and it says, "But whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night." And before we unpack that, it's important to unpack what comes in the verse right before, because the verse before reminds us that we are blessed when we do these three things: that we don't walk in the way of the wicked, that we don't stand with sinners, and we don't keep the company of mockers, but instead we meditate on God's word. And that's a little of what I have been encouraging us to do by getting on here every day, even if it's just unpacking a verse, even if it's a verse that gives you enough to hold on to for the day, right? And over time, I hope what happens, if it hasn't been happening already, is that you've had an opportunity then to start remembering certain verses. I see many of you saving the videos, which is a blessing to me. Again, this is not about me. This is just about God using me. But sometimes you need a verse. Sometimes you need to call on God's word. And it is challenging us in today's verse that we are to meditate on God's word day and night. There's so many other things that could fill up our times. There's so many other things that we spend time remembering and holding on to. We remember verses from songs. We remember what people said. We remember other speeches. We remember funny jokes. Let us start remembering and meditating and being able to call back upon God's word, not just for ourselves, but you never know when God will put you in a situation where you need to comfort someone and you need to encourage someone, and their faith might be low, or it might be someone that doesn't even know God, and you can give them a word and give them a message, and they could go, wow, I didn't even know that that was in God's word. I didn't even know that God touched upon such things. So let us meditate on God's word, not just meditate on it day and night, but find delight in it, find joy in it. There are times I refer to the word as being poetic, because honestly, it can touch your soul in such a way. We want to be convicted. We want to be inspired. We want to be motivated. We want to be encouraged, and we want to be changed, most of all, by God's word. Stay encouraged, friends, and have a happy Friday.